Good morning, everyone. You're listening to the Friday edition of the Morning Buzz. We have a lot of interesting things happening this morning. We're talking about a new development in the Brian Laundrie search, what the New Jersey governor election is looking like ahead of voting, and interviewing a news anchor from News 12, the Bronx. Exciting things. I am the host of today's show, Caitlin Aristizabal, joined by my co-host Cam Martin and our newscaster Gabby Lutz. Before we get underway into the stories, Gabby, give us your newscast.
All right. I'm Gabby Lutz, and this is your 7 a.m. newscast here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. In international news, 24 people are dead in Syria today as they were executed for starting last year's wildfires. According to ABC News, Syria had executed those who ignited the deadly wildfires last October, as they killed 3 people from the fires as well as burned down thousands of acres of forest. Those with lesser consequences were sentenced to about 10 to 12 years in prison. In national news, the remains found in the search for Brian Laundrie yesterday have officially been confirmed as him. After having been missing for about a month now, Brian Laundrie's parents decided they wanted to search for him at a park in Northport, Florida. During the search yesterday, authorities found a body which was, quote, skeletal, along with items that belonged to Brian, according to NBC News. More news on this story later. As of In local news, the Bellevue Theater is expected to open up at the end of this year. According to Montclair local news, this week, the Montclair Township Council has declared the theater, quote, an area in need of rehabilitation, end quote. The designation of rehabilitation area should get it up and running soon enough, as well as give a tax abatement to the taxpayers in the town of Montclair. The weather for today is a high of 69 degrees and a low of 54 degrees, with the current temperature being 60. It should be partly cloudy today as well, and as for the air quality, it is a 51 on the AQI scale, meaning it's moderate. I'm Gabby Lutz, and this has been your 7 a.m. newscast here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Back to you, Caitlin.
Thank you, Gabby. And Cam, what sports update do you have for us today?
Hello, world, and you're listening to WMSC 90.3 Upper Montclair, the voice of Montclair State. It is the best time of year once again. Every sport was in action last night, and we're getting some exciting games. Let's take it to Game 5 of the NLCS, where Chris Taylor turned into the spark the Dodgers absolutely needed. He provided 6 RBIs, including 3 home runs in the 11-2 LA victory. Game 6 is tomorrow. Can they remain hot? We shall see. Speaking of hot, the city of Miami is usually pretty hot, and their basketball team is called the Heat. Those boys opened up the season last night against the defending champs, the Milwaukee Bucks. It was the best way to start the season off for Miami fans, at least. Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, and Jimmy Butler each had 20-plus points, with Tyler Hero leading the scoring with 27. Miami ran away with it, 137-95. Out on the West Coast, Steph Curry dazzled the floor with 45 points, yet the Clippers kept the game competitive throughout. Paul George had himself a 29-piece himself, but in the last minute alone, Steph Curry hit a deep 3. Draymond Green hit a tough layup to put the Warriors up 4. Then Paul George hit a quick 3 to answer back. The Clippers fouled Curry in hopes that the most accurate field goal percentage in NBA history would miss a shot. He didn't do that, by the way. Then Ivica Zubac hit his first free throw and intentionally missed the second one, giving LA a chance to win it with 3 seconds left. It didn't happen. Golden State wins at 115-113. On the rink, the Devils hosted the Capitals last night. They got wiped off the ice, 4-1. Sorry, Campbell Donovan. The Rangers took on the Predators last night. Igor Shesterkin held it down the net as the Rangers won at 3-1. Last night in the great city of Cleveland, yikes, the Broncos headed to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Case Keenum did a pretty good job for being a Browns quarterback, but Dearness Johnson ran amok against Denver. His 146-yard night and a touchdown was enough to hold off the Broncos 17-14. And on this day in 2012, Lance Armstrong was stripped of his 7 Tour de France medals after being caught doping. This has been your sports report. I'm Cam Martin. Back to you, Caitlin.
Thank you, Cam. That was very entertaining. I love your sports energy always. But can you guys believe that it was like 60 degrees this morning?
Yeah, it's October, and I was concerned.
It's fabulous.
I enjoyed it.
I
was
enjoyed it
happy
too.
about it.
I enjoyed it
But
too.
it was literally freezing on Monday.
It
So,
was.
like, what is that
Monday
about?
was cold,
Yes,
really cold. But
yes.
this morning felt nice.
I was asleep until 7:30. So I kind of
On Monday?
yeah.
7:30 p.m.?
Oh no! Whoa,
What?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I was so
Whoa,
confused. What?
7:30. I had class at 8:15, but I know
Oh.
I kind of avoided the cold. It was cold, but I got it done. But,
Yeah. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, exactly.
But still, it was kind of. Then it started warming up later in the day, so I couldn't complain.
Yeah, that's what it's been doing all week. Like it's cold in the morning and then it's hotter in the afternoon. But today it was. I feel like it's like steady, warm. Kind of like it's a nice temperature.
Like right now, I'm wearing shorts. I'm literally rocking shorts.
You're wearing shorts.
Yeah, so I literally just like, dang, I don't have any. I gotta get clothes. Yikes.
No, but I have a question. Why is that like a man thing?
What
They all wear shorts in cold weather.
Yeah.
Well,
Until they just
listen,
like can't.
well,
anymore,
I have
but-
No,
the-
they even do in like freezing
I,
weather.
I
whoa,
actually
whoa.
have seen people with shorts in the snow.
I have that.
men
I've seen that.
specifically.
Too.
It's
here's
crazy.
Whoa. I mean, I have the legs for it. To be fair, I have the legs for it. So I could get away with it. I was told that I have some great legs by all my teammates, my coaches.
Okay.
That's fabulous. But them legs are gonna get cold.
Oh no,
yeah.
no. These legs right here, like these legs can get it done. It doesn't matter the temperature, warm weather, cold weather, they chill no matter what.
Okay, okay.
I'm just
right.
I'm just saying.
All
All,
righty.
all I need is a hoodie, chilling.
Okay.
Chilling.
See, I'm just mad because I live in the village and we have AC units, but they decide when it's AC or heat, and they decided to switch to heat this week. But it's still like yesterday, it
warm.
was like 70 degrees, so
Yeah,
I was
it's still
just
pretty warm.
sweating in my room, and I was like, I don't like this.
No, I hate when they do
Rough
that.
No,
time.
yesterday, my roommate, he made me so mad yesterday because I walk into the room, and now I live in Hawks, by the way. I walk into the room, we have the control to have it cold or not. I walk in, it's like a sauna in there.
Ooh.
I'm like, bro, how do you sleep in this? Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, I could never.
Mm-mm.
But let's get into these stories. So first story: CDC expands booster rollout. OK's mixing shots. CDC officials approved that millions more Americans will be able to get a COVID booster shot and choose a different company's vaccine for that next shot. As we reported Thursday, the Food and Drug Administration already authorized this expansion of the nation's booster campaign. But now it is also endorsed by a CDC advisory panel. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky had the final word on who gets the extra doses. She said, quote, "These past 20 months have taught us many things, but mostly to have humility. We are constantly learning about this virus, growing the evidence base and accumulating more data," end quote. There still are restrictions on who qualifies and when for a booster. Starting 6 months past their last Pfizer or Moderna vaccination, people are urged to get a booster if they're 65 or older, nursing home residents, or at least 50 and at increased risk of severe disease because of health problems. Boosters also were allowed but not urged for adults of any age at increased risk of infection because of health problems or their jobs or living conditions. That includes healthcare workers, teachers, and people in jails or homeless shelters. Whoa. I mean, it's nice to hear more about booster shots. I'm excited about that part. But mixing shots is like crazy to me.
It's kind of concerning.
Because aren't they all a little different?
Yeah,
That's why they have different names.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
companies.
It's very concerning, and I just remember when you initially got the vaccine. Pfizer was 3 weeks before you got the second dose. Moderna was 4 weeks before you got the second dose. Johnson & Johnson was just one and done. So I'm just thinking like the whole idea of just mixing them all together is just like, whoa, let's relax there, guys.
Yeah,
Because
I mean, I'm sure they have the same base of ingredients, but it's still just interesting.
It's just the idea of it is just very concerning.
Yeah, because we know they're different because they even each have different effective levels. Like Moderna and Pfizer are close, and then Johnson & Johnson's a little lower.
Although the fact that it is allowed now to do it, although I mean people were doing it before,
Fair enough,
makes at least me feel better about the fact of like those people who went and did it anyway before, and they were like going and getting like
Big
Pfizer
sense.
and then being like, well, I want a booster, so I'm gonna go get a Johnson & Johnson shot. There were a lot of people who went and did that and like went around the system. So the fact that it's allowed now is actually kind of good to hear, and at least in my head, because it's like, okay, those people are okay, like they are fine.
That's true. That's
it's like yeah, big thug life. Let's get it. Big
exactly.
life.
So I mean, that's always a good thing to hear, in my opinion.
And I wonder, because I got Pfizer, so I wonder if Pfizer's gonna have their booster soon, because I think just Moderna has it right now.
I would think Pfizer will have it in the next few weeks or so.
Soon, right? Like I'll follow the same path probably.
I got an email from like the New Jersey Department of Health because
same
they
here.
send them out, and like I got Pfizer, and they were like, if you're 65 or older, it's your time to get your booster. And I was like, well,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not. But does that mean that Pfizer is allowed to get their booster?
I guess because you can mix the vaccines, so you could probably get like a Moderna booster.
Yeah. Okay,
Maybe.
that makes sense.
I'm trying
I
to
Then.
mean
think.
that's okay though.
I'm trying to think. No, in terms of just pure math, if you were to mix Pfizer and Moderna, put them together, what happens?
A
What
superhero.
exactly? Exactly. See, I don't think you'll feel anything.
No,
You won't
you'd
You
feel
just
be
can't get sick ever again in
exactly.
general.
exactly. At least not with COVID, that's for sure.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully not a fact. Don't fact check me there.
I don't think anybody will check you there.
I don't know. We're gonna say.
Well, we'll see when we get our boosters. See how you feel after it. Get a different one. What did you get? Did you get Moderna?
I got Pfizer.
You got
So
Pfizer. Okay,
we'll
I
see.
got Pfizer too.
Yeah.
We'll
Is
see.
everybody in this room Pfizer?
Pfizer? High
woo-woo.
Pfizer.
Air
Ooh,
five.
Whoa. Yes,
Pfizer.
Air 5.
Air
High five.
fives.
Social distancing. Okay, but moving on to our next story. We have FBI say remains found in Florida park ID as Brian Laundrie. Laundrie. How did you say it before, Gabby?
Laundry.
Laundrie?
I
Okay.
know. I was looking it
Sorry.
up because I kept saying Landry and I knew it wasn't right. So I
Okay.
found a clip and it's laundry.
Nice. Okay, so on Thursday, the FBI identified human remains found in a Florida nature preserve as Brian Laundrie, a person of interest in the death of his girlfriend Gabby Petito while the couple was on a cross-country road trip. The remains, a backpack, and a notebook believed to belong to Laundrie were discovered Wednesday in a Florida wilderness park. The area where he was found in had been underwater during earlier searches. The discovery of the remains ended a massive search involving federal, state, and local law enforcement that began shortly after Laundrie disappeared on September 14th, 2 weeks after the 23-year-old returned alone to his parents' home in Northport, Florida. The investigation into Petito's slaying, however, is not yet concluded, but only Laundrie has ever been identified by law enforcement officials as a person of interest in the case. Had Laundrie lived, an indictment would have permitted authorities to arrest him. Ooh.
Man.
He really was the only person of interest, though.
Yeah.
Right, like
The
that's all they
only
talked
person.
about.
It's just something
The whole thing was just they were trying to find him.
yeah.
And this makes the whole story a little bit more sus to me.
Yeah. When you said in your newscast before that his parents suddenly were like, I think we should search for him. And I was like, it's been so long and now they want to
Yes.
search and now they found it. I don't know. It just all sounded
There
kind
are
of weird.
theories on the internet about this, and like they're not factual, obviously, but there are theories that like his parents were in contact with him, and and then once he kept being in contact with him, they started to worry, so then they went and tried to find him.
Okay.
And that's why they went, but that's just a theory, that I've seen. But it kind of does make sense in a way, because it's the whole thing is just weird. Like Gabby passes, so sad. And then he's the person of interest. So he's obviously hiding because there's something to hide. Like you're hiding for a month.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he passes.
It's kind of suspicious right there.
I want to know, like, I know that the body was like basically skeletal, but I want to know if they're going to like do an autopsy and try to figure out how he died.
I mean, they could probably, I don't know, they won't get as much information after this long, but they might get some.
Now, when they found the body what, last night?
No, yesterday? They found the body 2 days ago, I think, or like, yeah, but then they had just confirmed last night that it was him. And I was like, it was as I was doing my newscast, like working on it, I like got a notification and I was like, oh, it's him.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think if he has been, if his body's been just found 2 days ago, they could probably get an autopsy about it, but maybe they definitely get it by next week.
I'd assume that they would be able to do it by next week.
So we'll definitely know about it. The whole masses will know about it by next week. And it's just what I just want to know what really how he passed away, because if he passed away due to anything involving an overdose, it's just
well, if his body was basically skeletal. So it did say in the news reports that the area that he was found in had been pretty much underwater for a while, and it had just now not been underwater, like dried up. So it's what you call it. So the body had like, obviously, what's the word? The
Decayed.
decomposed a little bit,
Decomposed,
decayed a little
copy.
bit from the water. Because like if it was just
So
chilling, not in water,
just the moisture itself just took it away.
yeah, you know. So I mean, the fact that that really doesn't help the scenario.
No, not one bit.
So I mean, I don't know.
And
I don't know. I'm really curious to see if it was like a self-induced death or if it was like a whole nother story and like somebody else comes out of the woodworks and that's where it comes from. I mean, the most making sense would be a self-induced, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know. It could be kind of like how what's his name? Lee Harvey Oswald, how he was killed after JFK was assassinated. Historically,
Yeah.
after JFK was assassinated, then Lee Harvey Oswald got killed on the way. So you never know. It could also be somebody just out of vengeance.
Yeah. I mean, you never know.
It just comes down to what happens. We'll figure out the autopsy.
And hopefully it happens soon because they really identified his body very quickly.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the dental
They did,
records.
yeah.
That was really that I wasn't expecting it to be that quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fact that they used dental records and they were like, "Yep, this is him." I was like, "Whoa, all right, big brain."
Yeah,
So-
hopefully we get more information on it soon as they keep working on it. Because, I mean, now their person of interest is not, you know, he can't testify or anything. So I wonder what's going to happen next. But
Exactly.
we'll be right back on the Morning Buzz. Hello, welcome back to the Friday edition of the Morning Buzz. Today is October 22nd. I cannot believe we're at the end of October, but if you're just tuning in, this is the Morning Buzz, and I am your host, Caitlin Aristizabal, joined by my co-host, Cam Martin, and our newscaster, Gabby Lutz. And we have lots of different interesting news for you today.
Before we start,
Yes.
it's not the end of October, technically speaking, not the end yet.
Yeah, you're right. Our next show will still be in October too. So
Exactly,
you're right.
so-
You're right. I'll save that for next week. Well, I was gonna say something about spooky season, and I was like, it's not yet. No.
Yeah, it's been flying though. October has been flying.
has been flying by.
The fact that we're already at the 22nd is mind blowing.
The fact that November is coming up. Sheesh.
Ooh, that means Thanksgiving's coming up. After Halloween, though.
Yes, you cannot skip Halloween.
Respectfully.
But we have a story about Murphy and Chitterelli. Do you want to introduce? I was gonna say interrupt. No, that's not the word.
well, I mean,
Introduce, Cam.
Of course, I'll do it. Phil Murphy leads Chitterelli by 6 points as New Jersey governor election nears. New poll shows. According to a new poll by PIX 11, incumbent Governor Phil Murphy leads Republican challenger Jack Chitterelli by 6% points, heading into the final stretch of the race for the New Jersey governor. The survey released Thursday found that the Democratic incumbent ahead of Chitterelli by 50% to 44% as they seek a second term in the November 2nd election, while 7% of voters remain undecided. It is a second straight poll that a single-digit margin in the race after a string of surveys earlier on shown Murphy leading by double digits in the Democratic-leaning Garden State. The poll was conducted October 15th to 18th with 600 likely New Jersey voters using automatic callers for landlines, SMS for cell phones, and an online panel rather than live callers. The margin of error for the survey was plus or minus 3.9% points.
Wow.
This is a very tight race.
It is, and
Very tight race.
I keep seeing all the different, they all have their commercials and stuff, but I honestly didn't even realize who he was until I saw one of his TV commercials.
Oh,
and
Jeff
now what?
Chitterelli or Murphy?
Yeah, no, Chitterelli. I know who
Oh.
Murphy is.
Oh, John, my fault. My bad.
He's our current governor.
My bad. My mistake. Sheesh.
I didn't realize somebody was running against him, but then I know now, but like I just can't believe how close the race is.
Yeah, the race is very, very, very close.
Especially in a Democratic state.
Yeah.
The fact that
It's that close.
Republican is actually getting really close.
Whoa. To be fair, Chris Christie did win though, so like.
True.
Yeah, how did that go?
But it
got two
is
terms.
interesting.
Yeah.
He got 2 terms.
I mean, realistically, I'm also very shocked at how this is going, only because Murphy has been around for this pandemic. So I'm shocked that people aren't wanting to just stick with what they know and what they're comfortable with for the next
Yeah,
term.
see, that's what I was thinking about. Like, I didn't hear any huge problems that people had with Murphy and the way he handled the pandemic, and like to just change that all of a sudden is like, whoa.
Yeah. Okay. So the ghost of Kenny has informed me, because I'm not that educated, We have not had a Democratic governor win re-election in a couple of decades, actually.
That's actually true.
Yeah, well, I'd assume
John
so.
Corzine was the last Democratic governor in the state of New Jersey.
Oh, wow, okay.
When was that?
2000 and I want to say 10.
Okay, I was like, I don't recognize that name, but 9-year-old me probably wouldn't remember that.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. In my head, I'm like,
I feel like I've only ever known Governor Murphy. Oh, Chris Christie, but yeah.
Yeah, I just find it interesting that such a Democratic state
Yeah,
does
it's just like
re-elect Democrats that often.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I mean,
well, re-election, but then I'm assuming other Democrats win, or unless Chris Christie was Republican.
I'm not too sure.
Chris Christie was Republican. Chris Christie was Republican. He had 2 terms as a Republican.
Do we like alternate? Oh my God.
I'm looking at it right now. It was Richard Cody, then Corzine, then Christie.
Yeah. I don't know. But aside from parties, I am quite shocked at I genuinely am quite shocked at how close it's looking, simply because of the fact that I was expecting people to want just something that they were used to for the next term, and then like eventually they would start branching out. But with the pandemic, I was expecting them to want to just stick to what they know and make it easier on themselves, because it's like, even if you don't like him, sometimes it's just easier to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
But I guess it's people want change, and they're hoping for change, but also it's so close that you can't even say that they're all hoping for that change. So.
It's also like the post-pandemic world, like people are like, okay, let's change it up a little, see like how that's going, kind of thing. I don't know. That's how I'm thinking about it. But
exactly.
By the way, I just looked up the last Democratic governor to win, Brian Byrne. This was back in the 80s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's crazy.
No. This is early 1974 to 1982. That was his term.
Wow.
The early 80s. So that was the last time a Democratic governor has won re-election.
Oh.
In the state of New Jersey, at least.
That's insane. Nearly 40 years.
And for a blue state, that's
really shocking. Yeah. How I never realized that. That's insane. Oh, well, I mean, I wish Phil Murphy luck, and we'll see what happens with this, because election day is coming up. It's getting closer.
Best of luck to the both of them, to be honest.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, you can never know what's going to happen.
We shall see.
But up next, we actually have our Montclair State University Spot News. Thursday on campus, Montclair State held a de-stress fest to help out students on campus. Our news reporter, Francis Churchill, has the story. And Kenny's...
Good morning. I'm Francis Churchill here with the Morning Buzz. With this third week of October being dubbed Mental Health Awareness Week, Montclair State University is hosting De-Stress Fest focused on assisting students with their mental health. These events include affirmation windows, empathy and connections, DIY emoji pillows, mental health tabling, stigma-free zone, chalk writing, along with free food. Now, the De-Stress Fest is coordinated by the Office of Health and Promotion, which is co-sponsored by the Bonner Leaders Program and CAPS, Counseling and Psychological Services.
Yeah, so I think this event comes at a perfect timing for midterms, and I think it's really helpful for students to have resources such as CAPS, because it distracts from the stressors of classes and midterms.
I asked CAPS Ambassador and Montclair State University Psychology Senior Maritza Lazo how in-person classes and returning to a mostly in-person format with the year and a half that we have seen the COVID-19 pandemic and the rise in more public awareness regarding mental health and the increasing of mental health resources across colleges, how that will impact mental health organizations such as CAPS and students' mental health going forward. How that will impact mental health organizations such as CAPS and students' mental health going forward.
Well, I think that the stigma is starting to decrease little by little, but there is still a lot where people are afraid to reaching out. But because of the pandemic, there has been a lot of people that are starting to become more aware that they have to worry about their mental illness, and that it is a problem that they need to address.
I spoke with freshman Ian Hagan, who is a visual arts major, about the importance of holding a de-stress event during the week of midterms. Ian Hagan also discussed his disappointment in the turnout and wishes that the outreach regarding de-stress events was better.
I do think it's a good time to do it, especially during midterms. From when I'm here, it's no one's here pretty much, but I would wish that there would be more openness to show, hey, this event is going on, not just engage, but go through different emails to show how much to show, because this is stress. This is a lot of stuff, especially during midterms.
I spoke with Nicole Biel, a resident assistant and a junior and nursing major. Nicole discussed how she viewed the de-stress event as incredibly thoughtful to assist students' mental health, and also spoke on her experience and how she, as a resident assistant, interacts with students that live on campus.
I think it's like a very thoughtful event to be considering how students are feeling, especially during midterms. Intentional conversations as residents, we want to really see and get an understanding if in general how they're doing. Obviously not pry into their lives, but provide resources if they need.
I'm Francis Churchill, and this is the October 22nd Morning Buzz Spot News.
So that was all about our de-stress events that we have here on campus. Montclair's always doing cool things for the students, and I love to hear about it because I don't know. I think that's awesome that we do that for everybody.
True.
Very valid.
Do you guys remember when they brought animals to
Yeah,
campus?
freshman year.
Yeah.
That seemed like so long ago.
I know it does.
What
And
kinda
then
is-
you had to get online and then you got to pet animals and play with them. Oh my god.
And there were goats.
yeah,
Baby goats.
baby goats.
so
The
cute.
de-stress events. No, but that was cool to get and all the different opinions, because he talked to somebody for CAPS, somebody an RA, and then also students.
That was
So
my RA. Fun fact.
what?
It's my RA.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
That's
That's right. We have
cool.
a different RA, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
That's
We're next to the neighbors. We have a different RA. Doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
doesn't make sense, but whatever.
It's all here. It's all here.
It's all here.
How did they even do that?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, my hallway is the only hallway in our building that has the 200 buildings RA. I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I guess it just said, all right, roulette time.
Exactly.
I choose you. Okay.
But what was I gonna say?
The de-stress events. Talking about the de-stress events.
Yes. Oh, I really just lost my train of thought. Anyway, I think it's awesome that Montclair does this, and I didn't get to go to this one, but I got to keep my eye out.
I didn't hear.
Oh my goodness!
didn't hear
I
about it.
opened for the next one.
I feel that. I didn't hear about about this one. I mean, was it sent through email? Probably. Did I look at my email? Probably not.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oops.
Okay, Cam.
Listen, if it's not sent through Discord, it's not. I'm not seeing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I feel like I paid less attention to Discord.
Listen, if it's I'm just saying, that's
Here's
just
the thing: you could pay attention equally to both.
No, I have to be honest. It's kind of
Spooky.
frustrating the way that everybody's been flooding the morning buzz
that
chat.
is very true, actually.
I'm not sorry.
There's
but
actually
also
many
I'm sorry.
important messages I've missed, and I see them way too late, and I'm like, oh,
It's like,
well,
sorry,
there
Kenny.
was 100 messages about food. So anyway, we'll be right back on the morning buzz. Wow. Okay. I just want Kenny to know that Cam is dying of laughter over here in the studio. He is really going through it.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That was a show-mo for our producer Kenny Horn's show, Flashbulb Memories, obviously, as you heard. And that was my first time hearing it. That was amazing.
That was a whole wow moment. Good job, Kenny. So good.
Good job, Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny,
Wait, Kenny, who was speaking?
That was Yaz, wasn't it?
Well, it sounded like Yaz, and that's what, yeah.
Yep, it was Yaz.
Nice.
that was.
I can't
wow.
believe you got Yaz to do that.
Wow.
That's funny.
Wow, what a time.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my goodness. I
She
cannot
is a
listen
great
to that.
Katara. I'll give you that.
Yeah, wait, no, because at first I was like, who is that? But then eventually
Yeah.
I heard Yaz, but at first I couldn't figure out that it was her.
No, exactly. That's good. I
Wow.
liked it.
Wait, I want to know why Kenny chose Yaz as Katara. That's so funny. That's very creative, Kenny.
Well, Kenny did say he was a big Avatar guy. So
As he should be.
Respectfully.
Avatar is fantastic.
I love it, man.
It's so good.
respectfully.
Respectfully. Have you guys seen Avatar? Have you watched it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen it?
Of course.
Have you not had a childhood if you haven't
Well,
seen it?
I'm just checking.
What?
I actually didn't watch it until it came out on Netflix.
Huh?
I watched a couple episodes when I was younger, but like when it came out on Netflix, I like got into it.
I really appreciate. Copy.
Okay, well, we have every semester at Montclair State School, journalists from all around the world, the School of Communication and Media, collaborate on a focus project where we center on a certain social topic and highlight it. WMSC's Assistant Digital Marketing Director, Yasmin Yilmaz, sat down with a news anchor from News 12, the Bronx, to speak about one of the topics, misinformation. So we have that
Semester
interview
at
here
Montclair
too.
State University, the School of Communication and Media does a focus project reporting on an event or trend in our society. This semester, the theme is focus disruption, with 5 different topics included. One of the topics is misinformation. To talk about misinformation with us on the show is someone who does this for their career. We're joined by Aisha McKenzie, a News 12 The Bronx anchor. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I gotta say, the weather has been really good today compared to what it was Monday.
I know, it's beautiful. It's a roller coaster, but I like fall, so I'm not complaining.
Yes. Oh, the colors of the fall season, just magnificent.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love it.
So to dive into the questions, the first one I want to ask is, arguably the most important part of your job is accurately reporting on news. How does the potential of misinformation affect your profession when you are working?
Sure. So we always say, I don't know the direct quote, but for us to be credible, we have to be correct and factual. So if we have too many mistakes, too much misinformation, and not accrediting it to anyone, who would believe us as a news institution, right? Who would believe me as a journalist if anything I spew out is misinformation, whether I want to do it or not? So me personally, I really pride myself in making sure that I attribute the information that I'm getting, because information can change as things progress and you get more details, but I want to make sure that I'm pretty sound and true in what I'm reporting and fact checking all the way through with different organizations or agencies or wherever I'm getting that information from.
Okay, yeah. And aside from like losing that credibility when it comes to spreading the misinformation, what kind of consequences does it have for our audiences, or what can occur if the broadcast was to improperly inform the public?
Sure. So I think we've seen what misinformation and disinformation can do, especially in this very strange season that we're going through as a country, as the world, everyone. You can go on your Facebook page and see people sharing articles that are from basically news sites that really don't exist or are known for being places of misinformation. So I think when people get the wrong information or get misinformation, whether it be via social media or on TV, is what they do with that. So action. You can continue to give bad information to other people and it spreads like wildfire. And then it can cause you to have negative decision making. It can cause you to act out off of this misinformation. So I think when you have accurate information in your arsenal, when you have it with you, I think that we act accordingly. And that's especially with the coronavirus pandemic going on, misinformation with vaccines, misinformation even politically with different things. So I think it can cause some negative effects for the way people behave, the way people respond to what's going on, which can hurt us as a society.
Right.
Because you're not making an informed decision.
And I like adding on to that point, I'm pretty sure I read on TechCrunch that 1/3 of Americans actually go to Facebook to get their news like on a regular basis. And, you know, Facebook as within the last month or so has been having that controversy, you know, with what kind of information they allow to be posted and to be accessed. But going off, you mentioned the vaccines. We're going to go into COVID. If people are seeing incorrect statistics and being misinformed about a global pandemic that could have major implications, how different do you think the COVID situation would look like if misinformation wasn't so common?
I think more people would make more informed decisions. I don't believe that everyone would still take the vaccine, but I think if people sought out the correct information, they would make the proper choice for them. I think I'm sure some people have, and they made the choice that they want to do with their bodies. But I do believe there are a lot of people that are misinformed. And again, the average person doesn't necessarily actively seek out articles and different things because everyone is very busy. So the reason why I think social media is such an easy place to get it is because it's easily accessible. All you have to do is go one place to find 17 different articles about one thing, right? So I think we have to be, what's the word I'm looking for? we have to be intentional when it comes to making sure that we know what we're talking about and we're informed. So even as consumers, I always tell people, don't just watch one news station, don't just read one news outlet. Gather your information from multiple sources that are credible, because that's important, and then make your decision off of that. Because it's tough, because so the coronavirus pandemic could have gone so many different ways. I think it still would have been a little bad, but I think misinformation is causing a lot of discourse within friendship groups, within everything personal, life-wise. But I think the more people are informed about what the vaccine is, the better decision they'll make for themselves, specifically on that or testing, whether it's they get it or not, right? So it's just making sure people make informed choices.
Right. And my thing is like one like point that you brought up is just having that variety of resources and sources that you're pulling from, because I mean, one thing that I was learning is that, news, yes, they try to be objective, but in some cases, at the end of the day, it can be subjective. You have a target audience, you're trying to keep up those ratings. And one thing that I've noticed a lot within the last couple of years that I've been focusing on is often it's almost as like news outlets are purposely sensationalizing the story, or maybe even jeopardizing its integrity just to get more of their target audience. What do you have to say about the transition that news has really been undergoing from something with integrity and honesty to something that is maybe sometimes even over exaggerated to get those audiences?
Well, I think, personally, we don't do that here. I don't think necessarily to reach your target audience, it's misinformation. So for example, if your target audience is that of the minority communities, because your news is tailored to things about them doesn't mean that it's subjective. So if I were to say that more Black and Brown people are dying from COVID and focus on Black and Brown health disparities, I'm still objective. I'm just moving my focus to who my audience is. So I don't necessarily think that targeting your audience means you are subjective, because you're tailoring the information that they need, right? As for sensationalizing, I think at the end of the day, TV is a program.
Correct.
And I do know some people have issues with big cable networks feeling like they are sensationalizing the news. And that's why it's important. I always tell people to stay tuned into your local stations too, right? Because they really report on what you're seeing at home. But people also have to remember there's a difference between people who are news anchors, but also commentators, versus people who are anchors and kind of have the give you the information at hand, because you can have a guest panel and everybody's going to have different opinions, and that's the point, because they're pundits. So I think you have to realize what you're watching and take it for what it is, and then again, be intentional about what you're ingesting, and then you have to be able to figure it out, like, okay, this was opinion versus fact, and that comes in with seeking out multiple sources of information.
Okay. And like, pretty much to sum up that question, do you say in general that a lot of the major national news networks, do they tend to prioritize viewership rather than that journalistic integrity, or is there that balance?
I have never worked for a network station, so I can't necessarily tell you what they do inside of their operations. I respect many journalists on the network level, and I want to say it's done with integrity, because that's how they stay afloat. I would be lying if I'm saying ratings aren't important, because it is. And that's why, you have the guests on in network shows, you have the people coming in, but I would hope that many of them, and I believe that a good population are still standing on that journalistic integrity. But again, you want to make sure your show is watched. So I don't have any inside knowledge of what they do at the network level yet, but yes, but I'm sure they still stand on the ground of journalistic integrity.
Awesome. And to sum up this entire interview with one last question, just to sum up those points, what do you think needs to be done to end this misinformation that is really prevalent in our society today, especially with using social media as a news outlet as well?
So if I can start from the outside, I do believe that big social media sites like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, they definitely, as they're trying to do, or as they're being forced to do, whichever way you want to look at it, filter out that misinformation. Not different voices, but true misinformation that is very deadly during this time, where it's like, this is just not factual. And as for ourselves, we have to be able to be smart ourselves and be able to really look at the facts and be educated people who ingest the news. And I'm not talking about schooling. I'm talking about simply like I keep saying it, really look at the facts and double check it, because I think it starts with us, and the more we're informed, the more we can inform those who are in our circle. And then we can kind of pull out the facts from the receipts, right? We can say like, look, X, Y, Z. So I think it starts with like the big social media companies filtering out what is incorrect for those people who aren't necessarily people who consume news from other places. So make sure that they are getting something factual, and then also us to watch what we do consume, right? And make sure that we're consuming things that are true, and then we go outside of our main source of news or entertainment.
Awesome. I appreciate you coming in today and actually being part of this interview. I greatly appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm happy that you guys had me on. I really appreciate that too.
Awesome. That was our assistant digital marketing director, Yasmin Yilmaz, talking with Asha McKenzie from News 12 The Bronx. So awesome. Right now we have our event segment host, Cassandra Diafadia. What do you have for us today?
So a lot of things happening on campus today. From 6 to 9, there's going to be a drive-in movie night playing Coco. It'll be in the village parking lot down in the pit. It will open at 6 and the movie will actually begin at 7. And feel free to bring chairs if you don't have a car available. And also tonight, there's going to be a Saturday night lounge with pumpkin painting in the Student Rec Center. It will be from 7 to 10, and the pumpkin painting supplies will be provided. And there's going to be a fire pit, so go out with your friends and hang out tonight. Tonight from 8 to 10 as well, there's going to be an open mic night in the Rathskeller. There's going to be some singing, some instrument playing, and cookies will be provided for guests. So feel free to bring your own hot chocolate or coffee. And on Saturday, there's going to be a haunted bingo in the student center and in the student center ballrooms from 8 to 10. The bingo boards will be provided, and bingo winners will receive some prizes. And wearing costume is also encouraged. The person who wears the best costume will also receive a prize.
Wow.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, the pumpkins provided?
I would think so, yeah.
I'm just saying, it just says the pumpkin painting.
I do have a pumpkin in my apartment right now, Kim.
I'm just saying.
If you needed one.
They will provide you with pumpkins.
I'm just saying, just the painting supplies. I don't know if I need to get my own pumpkin.
I'm just saying, if you needed to get your own pumpkin, you could just go over to my apartment and I would let you paint my pumpkin. So that I don't have to do it myself.
You're clutch. Also, another question. Now, tomorrow's event at the Haunted Bingo, 8 to 10 a.m. or p.m.?
p.m.
I had to make sure. Okay, word.
Okay.
Had to make sure.
What? Why would they do bingo at 8 a.m.?
You never know.
On a Saturday.
Don't judge the old people.
Exactly.
Really?
Had to make sure. See, they say seniors. So you know, you don't know.
Okay.
Gotta make sure. Gotta confirm.
You know what bothers me? Like these first 3 events are like they overlap. So you have to choose.
Yeah, it's like pick and choose.
And I hate that. Like I want to see Coco.
I can't do any of it. I'm going home this weekend. I'm so upset.
Oh, you're not gonna get to see Coco?
No, and I love Coco. It's one of my favorite Disney
I really
want
want to go to the drive-in movie, but I don't think I can.
You live right there.
I know I live right there, but I wasn't gonna be there. I was gonna go ice skating tonight.
Oh, that's
so now I'm like, but I want to see Coco.
Yeah, no, like they do literally everything is at the same time, or it's not at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, there are so many things I want to do. There's also like, I think you said did you say, the open mic night?
Yeah.
I'm so upset because I like going to open mic nights because they're fun to watch.
They are
and
fun to
I can't
watch.
even go to that.
I wouldn't sing, but they're fun.
Oh, that's actually, I would sing.
What song?
What song?
Any
What's
song.
your go-to karaoke song?
I Can't Help Myself by the Four Tops.
Period. Okay.
Here's what. Now, the other day, I participated in an event for Montclair State Dancing. Mr. MSDT did that. I sang, and we got a thank you card.
Who won, by the way?
I think the president for club gymnastics.
Oh, so you didn't win?
Nah, not at all.
Shame.
Hey man, listen.
Kim had a hurdle and everything. Like he left it in the office at the rec center, and then he was like, "Guys, I need my hurdle," and he literally brought a whole hurdle in for his act. I guess it's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, Kenny just said that Nate is performing at the open mic night, so now I want to go to that too. See, Nate is our program director.
Kenny also said that he
And
just started a
engineering
karaoke
director.
show. Ooh.
Ben's doing guitar.
Oh,
what?
Now we gotta go. Now we
That's
gotta
something
go.
I want to do.
Now we gotta
I
go.
did not know about this.
I would like to
What?
join in on this show at some point, just for funsies,
For the memories.
for the memories.
What?
That would be so fun.
That's cool.
Ugh.
Good
Now,
for that.
what's the event are you most excited for? If you're able to go, which events would you participate in?
Well, I really I want to go to the drive-in movie because I like the whole aesthetic of the drive-in movie. I think it's
Yes.
cute.
Agreed.
You
But
kinda live
then
there.
if like my friends are gonna be doing the open mic night that I didn't know about, I kind of want to support them. But like the drive-in movie.
I always go home on the good weekends as well. Can I just say that? Like, the
You
weekends
always-
where I don't go home, nothing happens, and then the weekends where I do go home, everything that I want to do happens.
So how about this?
I get that.
How about this? Just don't go home.
Yeah.
I have to. I don't have a choice.
Oh.
My brother's fiance is asking me to be the maid of honor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Crazy stuff, guys, but I have to go home for it. Otherwise, I wouldn't because my parents aren't even going to be there. So
Fair enough.
Oh, so it's just that.
yeah, it's literally just that.
Listen,
Oh, that's
I'm
nice,
in the same boat. I'm going home this weekend because my nephew's birthday party.
Oh, you both are missing all the events.
Yeah, because
No.
my sister had to have a kid.
But I'm getting free food at the
Wow.
same time. So
Oh, I'm not. I gotta I gotta get my own food. So
my brother has to get married, so like I guess I have to be there.
I guess.
To be
What's
fair,
he
well-
gonna do, man?
I mean, last week Kenny missed out because he had a wedding.
Oh yeah, he
So-
was at a wedding. He was
That
still
is.
here though on the show, but he wasn't here for the fun events, and he was sad. What fun event? I don't remember what it was. He was so excited for, but he was like, "I'm not there."
Oh, last week I couldn't tell you. I was.
What do you mean? Kenny says that they didn't serve wedding cake at this wedding.
Yeah, they did not serve wedding cake. What kind of wedding does not serve wedding cake?
That's so upsetting.
No, they had it
Wait,
too.
but did they have
They have
dessert?
cake.
Like
They-
a little
they-
dessert?
they-
though?
I
Or
don't know.
do vows. It was not a wedding, Kenny. You just went to a party.
They didn't
where
have
people said they got
No.
married.
They
Not
did
even the like
Oh my gosh.
pre-written ones, like not
Probably
your
not.
own ones, like the traditional.
Yeah, probably
ones?
not.
What? They
Oh,
had
the cake was there, guys. They
Yeah.
just cut
So
it and they
it's
didn't
for
serve
decoration.
Yeah, basically $1,000.
it. They didn't do a dinner portion. Okay, Kenny,
Wait, what did
I'm
you
not gonna
go
lie.
to? What did you just sit there and watch?
Yeah, what did you do?
It was
The
a Sims-
ghost- the
it was a
ghost
Sims
Kenny.
wedding.
A Sims wedding.
Sims wedding.
I love
Sims
that.
wedding. There's no.
Oh,
You're not
no.
eating. You're just there to watch some. There's no vows.
That
either,
is
though,
that does
so
not
what do you-
sound fun.
And stare at the
At all.
beautiful cake that you don't get a piece of.
That's a crime. That's a
How
crime.
upsetting.
They probably kept the cake though.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, okay, well,
that's a
funny
good.
cake
That's
are
like a
typically
week.
expensive.
you get a big cake so you can like freeze some and then like have it on your anniversary or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what they. That's what.
But you're
they say
supposed
do.
to serve something.
Yeah,
to
you
your
gotta serve
guest.
something though. Like
That's
you
not
save
bad.
a piece for yourself, but not the whole thing.
Yo, I haven't been
Exactly.
to a wedding in mad long.
I don't think I've ever been to a wedding reception.
neither.
I went to a wedding this summer.
Crazy.
First post COVID. It's not post COVID because COVID's still a thing, but like it was the first event I went to since COVID this summer.
No, I lied. The only
It was
wedding I've
cool.
ever been to was my best friend's parents' wedding last year, but it was literally in their backyard and it was like a very chill, like it wasn't like a wedding.
Was
It
that
like
because of COVID though?
No,
If it was last
just
year, or they just had
Save money,
small?
live better.
no, they've been together for so long now that it just like they
Oh.
just were like, let's get married, and they did a little
Yeah.
thing with friends.
But
that's
like
it.
they basically were married, but they made it official.
yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
Someone
Yeah.
in my town actually had the reception, I think, in their backyard. But I think it was like
Yeah.
a very small crowd though.
It is common
Aw.
thing to do. Like
Yeah.
it's not uncommon. But
True.
I mean, not my personal way that I want to do my future wedding if I have one. But
But back to the events happening tonight. So the pumpkin painting, I think that's cute because they're gonna have a fire pit.
yes.
The
No,
other day I drove by Hawks and they also had a
Oh, yeah,
fire
yeah,
pit.
yeah.
yes, they
Make s'mores, make
did, and I
s'mores.
didn't get to go to
Yeah.
it because I had to do an assignment.
Oh, yeah,
I
That's
see,
was
the
so
point.
jealous.
I went grocery shopping, so like.
Oh yeah.
I
And it
got
was
to.
right in front of our apartments.
I know.
Yeah.
See, this isn't fair again because before I said I really want to go to the drive-in movie, like when Cam asked me if I had to choose, but now also the fire pit.
And the Saturday Night
They
Lounge
probably
is
have
actually a really cute
s'mores.
little thing. They do They do Saturday Night Lounges every Saturday night with just like
Really?
a different event. Yeah, it's a new thing that the rec is doing.
God bless.
Aw.
And so they do different things every week. And this week it's pumpkin painting. And who doesn't like pumpkin painting unless you're a Halloween/fall hater?
Well,
They
to be fair,
had-
do those exist?
What?
Halloween haters?
Yeah, they exist.
I don't hate
Oh,
Halloween,
wow.
but it's not my favorite.
Really?
As you're wearing a Halloween mask.
Well, I gotta
Oh,
be
he called you out.
festive.
It's
Wait,
part of
wait,
it.
wait.
I just
Kenny
mean
just
it's
said
too
Ben's
much-
name. Does that mean Ben does not like Halloween?
Hmm?
Does he? He doesn't?
I need a quick answer, Kenny. He does not.
Copy. Copy.
I didn't even know that.
How dare Ben? How
Copy.
dare he?
Copy.
I mean, I just think Halloween's like so much work. Like, I never think about a costume until the ultimate very last minute, and then
Fair
I'm like,
enough,
whatever.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh my
Like,
gosh, this slander.
Yeah,
is
see, I
getting
agree with Kenny. Like,
shine.
I like it. I just don't care about it
Fair
that
enough.
much.
Okay, fair,
Yo.
but
But I
also,
don't hate it.
I like the whole
It's just-
aesthetic of it.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what I mean. Like, I like the vibes of it, but I also won't go out of my way to be like
Fair
extra
All right. I respect.
Halloween.
I respect.
But I
Don't
like
say-
the activities, like the pumpkin
don't say-
painting. I
Yeah.
think is cute. The decorations and stuff. But
you
the
guys cannot say
costumes-
any of this around Mari, by the way. I think she would probably.
I think
like, get
Madi
really upset.
edits this episode, so it's probably gonna start another
Oh,
debate in the
I'm
Discord
so
later.
sorry, Mari. But you have to hear these awful opinions.
No, but
I said I don't
But-
hate it.
but tomorrow the bingo, I might have to pull up to the bingo. Might have to pull up to the
Bingo's
bingo.
Bingo
fun.
is low key fun.
Mhm.
It really
I get really
is.
competitive with it as well.
Shoot.
I haven't played bingo in a long time.
Yeah, I used to go like before like COVID and all. Like I would
Oh, back
go
in the day.
freshman year,
Back in the day.
and there was like one time they had this breakfast one, and there was so much breakfast food, and me and my friends went, and afterwards like I had to leave early, but my one friend like stayed the whole entire time. And at the end, they still had breakfast food left over. So they gave him like 3 trays of breakfast food.
That's the best.
Tough.
And he was like, and they were like big trays. And I was like, wow, you just finessed that so hard.
The real winner.
Exactly. I was like, and he didn't even win. Like he literally just won the breakfast.
Tough.
I wonder what the prize is for the best costume.
Well, show up to find out.
Yeah, that's true. So
up
I was
in a
gonna say, I feel
costume.
like Montclair usually gives pretty good
They're pretty good prizes.
prizes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they give
Caitlin-
out like AirPods and stuff.
Caitlin,
yeah.
that would also require you to think of a costume.
Yeah, but I know that's true.
And that's-
Actually, to be honest, I was forced to think of a costume last night because my mom was talking to me about some Halloween party her friend is having and
Our
talking.
Halloween party next week. You got a
I
costume?
know she tried inviting me, and I was like, I don't know. So then I asked my boyfriend if he wanted to go, and he got really excited, and I was like, I guess.
Oh man.
So then we had to think of a costume, but it's okay. Now I thought of a costume. Though,
Okay,
so
but
I
what are
guess
you
that's
being?
Pirates. We're just
Oh,
gonna
that's
be
tough,
pirates.
that's tough.
Simple, yeah.
Okay.
It's simple, yeah. You see, it's simple.
That
I
is
had to buy
simple.
stuff on Amazon, but it's good. It's cool.
I think one year I threw on like a black skirt, like a black long sleeve shirt, and then I bought like a little doll hat. Not doll hat, but it was for dolls from the craft store. I said I was a witch or something.
Oh, I see. I've done
Love
that.
it.
That's what I mean. Whenever I had to dress up in high school, I would always do like cat, witch, like the quick things that were
Mhm.
easy. I was never that creative.
I was a mouse once.
But I like seeing other people's costumes. This is why I don't hate Halloween though. Like I like seeing what everybody else does.
I was Salt Bay senior year of high school. Like,
Oh.
remember Salt Guy?
Oh my gosh.
I was him, and I walked
Whoa.
around school sprinkling salt. I really, actually,
You
now that I
did?
can look back at it, I really feel bad for the janitor.
Oh my god.
But it was
Just like leaving
so.
a trail wherever you
I
go.
tried to sprinkle it into trash cans, but there were a couple times where I did not. But I looked fire, and that's all I need to say.
That's just sad.
Listen, like the old saying goes, look good, feel good. You know?
Exactly, you know.
There's-
Yeah, I
there's
mean,
more
I was
to it.
killing
but-
it. I had a mustache and everything.
You had a mustache?
Yeah, you know that you draw. I draw on the little mustache,
I
the
love that.
sunglasses. Oh, so good, a good
That
one.
that's cute. I like that. I remember one time the girls in my high school, like a group of friends, did princesses, but like in jail.
Oh yeah, I like those.
yeah, that was creative. But yes, we'll be right back on the okay, we'll be right
Morning
back.
Buzz.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what happened there. Okay, you know what? It's fine. We'll be right back. Hello, you're listening to the Morning Buzz on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. And I'm your host, Caitlin Aristizabal, joined by my co-host Cam Martin and our newscaster, Gabby Lutz. And then we also have our segment host here, Cassandra Diafaria. So we have a full studio. Very exciting things happening. We were just talking about Halloween and all the fun events on campus. But we're going to be talking about why elephants are losing their tusks, what NJ.com calls New Jersey's best Chinese food, and what a Florida man got tattooed on his forehead. Oh, Florida. But before we get into any of that, Gabby, give us our 8 a.m. newscast.
All right, I'm Gabby Lutz, and this is your 8 a.m. newscast here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. In international news, 24 people are dead in Syria today as they were executed for starting last year's wildfires. According to ABC News, Syria had executed those who ignited the deadly wildfires last October, as they killed 3 people from the fires as well as burned down thousands of acres of forest. Those with lesser consequences were sentenced to about 10 to 12 years in prison. In national news, the remains found in the search for Brian Laundrie yesterday have officially been confirmed as him. After having been missing for about a month now, Brian Laundrie's parents decided they wanted to search him at a park in Northport, Florida. During the search yesterday, authorities found a body which was, quote, skeletal, along with items that belonged to Brian, according to NBC News. As of last night, the FBI, using dental records, concluded that the body was in fact Brian Laundrie. Laundrie's parents were informed and are not giving any comments at this time. What happens next in this case is still unknown. In local news, the Bellevue Theater is expected to open up by the end of this year. According to the Montclair local news, this week, the Montclair Township Council had declared the theater, quote, an area in need of rehabilitation, end quote. The designation of rehabilitation area should get it up and running soon enough, as well as give a tax abatement to the taxpayers in the town of Montclair. The weather for today is a high of 69 degrees and a low of 59 degrees, with the current temperature being 59. It should be partly cloudy today as well. For the air quality, it is a 55 on the AQI scale, meaning it is moderate. For the rest of the week, it's going to be 60 tomorrow as the high and partially sunny. And Sunday will be 64 as the high and completely sunny. Monday is going to be cloudy and 67 degrees. And then the rest of the week is going to be pretty rainy, it seems, but it's also going to stay in the 60s, as Tuesday will be 61 degrees for the high, 51 for the low. Wednesday will be 60 degrees high, 49 low. Thursday will be 63 degrees high and 52 low. And ending with next Friday is going to be 64 degrees as the high, also with a chance of rain. I'm Gabby Lutz, and this has been your 8 a.m. newscast here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Back to you, Caitlin.
Amazing. Thank you, Gabby. I love how you made me so excited talking about all the sunshine this weekend just for next week to be rainy.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Cam, what sports updates do you have for us?
Well, like recapped earlier, the Dodgers had a huge win last night, 11-2. The Atlanta Hawks beat the Dallas Mavericks by a score of 113-87 behind a Clint Capella triple-double and a Cam Reddish 20-piece off the bench. Ben Simmons left practice yesterday, and his future with the Sixers is getting very darker. And in terms of Montclair State news, we got plenty of events going on, all away games. First tonight, the volleyball team will look to extend their 13-game winning streak against New York University. They also have a tri-match, a tournament this weekend in Brooklyn, New York as well. Montclair State swim team has a tri-meet tonight. They also, and field hockey goes down to Stockton. Rowan, a women's soccer team plays Rowan at home tomorrow, 1 p.m. If interested, games at Pitcher Field. And tomorrow as well, the Montclair State men's soccer team travels down to Glassboro to take on the Prowess of Rowan. 7 p.m. to kickoff. Good luck to all the Redhawks this weekend. We'll see how it goes on Monday.
Woo! Yay, Redhawks!
That was so. That was.
Come on, just yay, Redhawks!
A faint little woo for the Redhawks, you know.
Can we get more enthusiasm, please?
Woo!
Woo!
Yay!
Okay, Cam. So our first story, first story of the 8 o'clock hour. Alec Baldwin fired prop gun on movie set, killing woman. Actor Alec Baldwin fired a prop gun on a movie set and killed the cinematographer. The director of the film was also wounded, and authorities are investigating what happened. Helena Hutchins, cinematographer on the movie Rust, and director Joel Souza were the victims. A spokesperson for Baldwin said there was an accident on the set involving the misfire of a prop gun with blanks, though a charge without a metal projectile is unlikely to kill at a moderate distance. Sheriff spokesman Juan Rios said detectives were investigating how and what type of projectile was discharged. The Santa Fe, New Mexican reported the 63-year-old Baldwin was seen Thursday outside the sheriff's office in tears, but attempts to get comments from him were unsuccessful. Wow.
Crazy.
I heard about this and I was so confused. And then when I actually read the story and realized what happened, I don't know if anybody is going to know what I'm talking about, but it reminded me of this. I hope somebody gets my reference, but if not, it's fine. It reminded me of this episode of Ghost Whisperer where the same thing happened. They were filming some movie, and in the show Ghost Whisperer, Jennifer Love Hewitt's character can see ghosts. And like the ghost replaced the gun or something, and it was like a real gun, and then the actor like killed the other one, and it was just really crazy. But has anybody watched Ghost Whisperer?
No, but that that
No.
sounds quite interesting and
Yes.
sounds pretty much the same.
Yeah.
No, but there's this many moons ago I was playing Hitman, and there's a scene in Hitman. Oh, I forget which. Oh, Hitman Blood Money. This game came out in 2006. Kind of had to do the same thing where we had to switch a prop gun for a real gun in the game, and yeah, that same thing happened.
See, but in both of these scenarios, it's both fictional. Like this actually happened.
Yeah, like this is
But
that's just crazy.
like Kenny just said, that's how Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son, died.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So it was an accident. I feel bad because
It's just
obviously
it's
it's
a tragedy.
unintentional.
It's a tragedy.
Yeah, and
And like they said, he was like in tears outside the sheriff's office. Like, can you get charged for that? Accidental?
I don't know.
I don't
and
know.
Murder?
And for anybody who does not know who Alec Baldwin is, he's in like Rock of Ages. It's complicated. The Cat in the Hat. He's the boyfriend who's next door who tries to send Conrad off to military school. That's who he is. So
And
he's a
doesn't
really
he-
popular actor. Like he's
He
in a lot of
plays,
things.
Trump on SNL, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he is a huge celebrity, but some people might not know his name or recognize or like not put the name with the face.
Yeah, and then when you see him, you're
I'm
like,
really bad at
oh, I
that.
know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that he's incredibly popular, I feel like this just makes this story
even
even more
sadder.
like
Even sadder.
crazy. Because like when you're on set, you don't plan on shit. Like you're not planning on like killing somebody. He literally was just like using what he thought was a prop gun, I guess.
I didn't know like prop guns could supposedly do that.
It was
Yeah. It says that it has blanks in it, but without a metal projectile, it's unlikely to kill at a moderate distance.
So I think
I
the
wonder if
Trump-
she was close.
this gives me so many questions.
Like,
Like
someone definitely tried to frame Alec Baldwin for something.
yeah, that's my guess. I mean,
Oh.
it's just a theory. Kenny just called me out because they said you don't plan on killing somebody. Some people do plan on killing somebody. Kenny, Alec Baldwin probably did not, in my guess.
Yeah, I'm assuming he did. not.
If he was like crying and all. Look, I mean, it's awful. It's a total sin. Okay, so apparently rarely blanks can kill people. Didn't know that, but I guess now we do know that.
But imagine the trauma though. Like the next time he has to pick up a prop, he's probably gonna be way too
He-
nervous.
I wouldn't be shocked if he's out of commission for a while.
Yeah, PTSD for sure.
Yeah,
Like
'cause-
this is intense. Like the woman actually, it's not like she's in the hospital. Like
Yeah.
she actually died. That's crazy.
especially as an actor, like you're not doing anything insane. Like you even have a stunt double most of the time.
Yeah.
Like things like that are not even to that extent are meant to happen.
No.
Yeah, like I did not sign up for this.
Yeah, what I saw as well, she actually passed away on the way to the hospital too. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she was still alive and then just did not make it, which is really unfortunate. And like
it's just so sad to just really just think about, really just try to fathom what happened last night. Like when I saw in the Discord, it's just like, wait, what?
yeah,
It just shook, like what?
Mhm.
exactly. I was just like how, oh, and he didn't mean to do it, and like, or at least we don't think he meant to do it. It was just like, wow, like how traumatizing to not even mean to, like what happens in like courts and stuff, because this is gonna go to court.
Yeah.
No,
probably.
yeah, exactly. Well, I feel like it might be not that it will be blames on him. Like I feel like they're definitely going to talk to the prop director and all
Yeah.
that type of stuff. Like who,
Oh, for sure.
who set it up that way?
Yeah.
Why did it?
Why did it happen this way?
Yeah.
Like what really transpired?
Yeah, exactly.
Or I guess it could also just be a freak accident.
Yeah,
because
that's also.
I wonder, like again, like I said, I wonder how close she was standing, where he was positioned, where it hit her, because that could have just been very unfortunate, like a 1% chance it hit her, like
Yeah.
yeah.
in the chest or something, and I don't know, maybe she has some condition, and
Or
I
maybe
don't
there
know.
was like a certain distance that she was supposed to stand away and just so happened to not. But it also injured the director, right? That's
yeah.
what it
So
said.
did it like fly and like?
So did it like pass through her and it go to the next one, or I don't know.
It's just who knows, so many theories that are
Mhm.
so revolving out. So
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
maybe we'll find out more and it'll get brought up.
Definitely.
Hopefully
Yeah.
we'll find out more soon. But Cam, you want to introduce this story, because I think you should.
why do you think I should?
I don't know. It's
Okay.
about elephants.
Okay. Tuskless elephants become common as evolutionary responses to poachers. When ivory poachers target elephants, the hunters can affect more than just the animal numbers. A study found in Mozambique, past hunting pressure led to an increase of naturally tuskless elephants in one park. During the Mozambique Civil War, which lasted from 1977 to 1992, armies hunted elephants and other wildlife for food and ivory. This caused a number of large herbivores to drop more than 90% in the country's Gorongosa National Park. Now, video footage and photographic records show that as elephant numbers plummeted, a portion of tuskless female African savanna elephants rose from about 18% to 51%.
Whoa.
That's a huge jump.
That's a big increase.
That's 33%. 33% just right there.
That's good, right? The increase?
No.
Bad?
No,
No,
it's the
tuskless?
proportion of tuskless, which means
Oh.
which the whole point of the story is that
It's
evolution, which it literally says evolution in response to poachers, which poachers are bad people.
Yes.
In my opinion.
yeah. It's not in your
yeah.
It's
they're bad
there's
people.
rotten people.
Are bad people, and they hurt little elephants, or well, they're not little,
They
but
just they go after elephants,
and so it has caused the elephants to, over time, because of poachers, become tuskless, which is basically taking away from their
just their uniqueness,
their natural
selves. Elephants, if you see pictures of elephants, you see the long tusk with the trunk. Now it's they're just pictures. They're just going to just develop no tusk at this point, and just the beauty of really the majesticness of the elephant really is the tusk, really the tusk. Now you really don't have any majestic feels to it.
And elephants also will use they're pretty nice creatures, but they will use their tusks for self-defense. Yeah. So the fact that they no longer are having that, they're no longer on them anymore.
Well,
not all of them, but for the percentage that keeps going up, that's really not good at all.
I can't get over that's a big jump.
That is a large jump. 18% to 51%.
33% increase.
That's so sad.
And it's the drop from is a more than 9% drop. The drop just from just pure elephants alone is 90% drop in one country, or one national park. I mean, it's just wow. That's just.
I don't understand harming animals. I don't.
I don't understand.
What did they do to you? Nothing.
It doesn't make sense to me. I can't fathom what people want out of it. It just doesn't make any sense.
Especially elephants. What are you getting out of an elephant? Nothing.
No, yeah.
The elephant. Now I know this, and this is because I watch a lot of wild stuff. It says that the ivory of the elephant is valuable if it's fresh, but
okay, it's valuable, sure, but it's also on the animal.
Yeah, so don't even mess with the elephant. Let the elephant.
Which means the animal should be valuable, which means you should not hurt the
exactly. But that's people. There's some rotten people in this world.
No, it is very sad. But we'll be right back on the Morning Buzz. This is Spiderhead by Cage the Elephant. Welcome back to the Morning Buzz. We have a very interesting story that I'm so excited to talk about now. This is about New Jersey's best Chinese food, and it comes from the celebrated Central Jersey spot. So, here in New Jersey, we have countless amazing Chinese food restaurants, well beyond the standard takeout fare. But according to a national website, the best place to get Chinese food in the Garden State is in the much maligned Central Jersey. According to the site, New Jersey's best is in the Szechuan House in Hamilton. This isn't the first accolade for Szechuan House. When NJ.com profiled back in 2013, it was once named the top Chinese restaurants in the United States by Top100.com and was one of the best Chinese food restaurants in New Jersey Monthly's 2014 restaurant poll. Wow. This makes me very excited because I love Chinese food so much.
I love it more than you do.
No way.
I could fight both of you on it.
What?
I could fight all of
you. I love Chinese
Let me get to the ring, then I'll fight all of you again.
It just keeps getting worse.
Wow. So now it's an argument. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but really, Does anybody know this place?
Not one bit.
No. See,
No,
we
because I'm
have
not
to.
from
We need to go on a collective
So
trip.
field trip.
Let's do it.
Field
So
trip.
Friday morning buzz group, we're going.
Wait. Now, Gabby, what time are you going home? What time are you going home today?
Oh, I'm going home at like 5.
So what
probably.
I'm hearing is we meet here on the way.
I am not doing that today, but
Why not?
I don't got time today.
Why not? Why
My
not?
parents are gonna be there tonight, but they're not gonna be the rest of the weekend, so I gotta see them.
Wait,
Well,
let's check the hours of this place.
yeah, I was literally
Let's
just
check the
looking it
hours.
up. I want to know how far away it is. I'm so excited. I literally ate Chinese food 2 days ago.
Next week, guys.
Next week.
Tomorrow, next Friday night, we will go.
Ooh, I might be ice skating.
That late at night?
The ice rink's open.
No. Like we don't need to go that late at night.
Oh,
51 miles. An hour and 8 minutes. See, that's a stretch for me.
That's not a stretch. That's like another weekend for me.
Yeah, that's because you live far away. I don't.
Very true,
By
but
the
that's
way,
not the point.
guys, this is not an advertisement for this.
Not one bit.
For this
It's
restaurant,
not.
but we are interested
We are just-
ourselves.
I'm
in
just
what you're
interested because
trying.
apparently it's named the best, and I don't know. My favorite Chinese restaurant is in Union City.
Listen, I'm always on the look for a new Chinese food restaurant.
Same.
So-
I'm always down to try new ones. This is
Oh,
true.
exactly.
And I mean, so me and Cam's one friend is from Hamilton, and Cam claims that he's also from Hamilton. correct?
I lived there for like 3 years.
For 3
Really?
years, yes. So Cam
I was-
lived there for
You've
3
never
years.
been here.
I was like 3.
Oh.
So,
So-
you were eating Chinese food at 3? You must not love it that much.
Yo, that's how you can. I had no teeth for the first 2 years.
What? That's your fault.
How's that my fault?
That is your fault
How
for
is-
your body not growing your teeth quicker.
Whatever.
No, come back.
Whatever.
Made you
Whatever.
I would, you can easily make the food softer. As a child. It's fine.
Don't do this.
It's fine.
Okay.
Don't do
Okay.
this.
So this sounds exciting to me because I love it and you all agree.
Wait,
that you love
okay.
it.
What's everybody's go-to order when they get Chinese food?
Ooh, it depends on the day.
Yeah.
This
it-
is true.
It could be sweet and sour chicken.
I always love the
It
chicken.
could be chicken and broccoli. It also could be lo mein. You know, it depends on the day.
It does.
Like,
I
It
feel
de-
like it's hard to choose.
Yeah.
every time I
Exactly.
order.
I mean, I like to go. I like to go with any kind of chicken, really.
egg rolls are
anything.
always a must though.
Egg rolls, yes. If
Mhm.
you don't get an egg roll, that's a crime.
Yeah, no, literally, that is a sin. Like,
I don't know if that's a sin, but it's
it's
actually
a sin to me.
Sure.
In the book of Gabby, it is a sin.
No,
If
my
you're not getting
favorite
egg
thing
roll.
in the world is chicken and broccoli. But like it's that brown sauce that I cannot replicate for the life of me. It's so
it's
good.
ginger sauce, right? Is that
I
what it
think
is?
so, but
Oh,
it's
so
it's
good.
so hard to make.
General
I
style
don't know.
shrimp. Chill.
I've only
Chill.
had the chicken, not the shrimp.
Yeah, I know they had shrimp. I didn't know they had shrimp.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, they
interesting.
have shrimp like everything. at
See,
this
when I
point.
got Chinese food the other day, I got the boneless spare ribs and with white rice because I like when
Ooh.
the red sauce is on the white rice.
Yeah, that's
But then afterwards, I was like, man, I really want some chicken and broccoli. So this is my struggle. I want everything.
Okay, so here's a debate.
Yeah.
Do you guys prefer white rice or fried rice, like pork fried rice?
Fried rice, pork fried rice.
whoa. Shrimp fried rice, God tier.
I don't like shrimp like that.
I grew
Don't
up
look at me
eating
like
shrimp
that.
fried rice because that's what my mom would always get. But I order like pork fried rice.
I
I do
order
like
pork
the
fried
shrimp fried
rice.
rice.
Well, I mean, that's probably my dad. I never really ate pork.
But-
when I didn't grow up eating pork. So.
I do have an obsession with white rice.
White rice is really good with like the chicken and broccoli.
Yeah,
and
you got
the sauce.
Yes, you got to
Yeah.
do have it the right
But
way.
if you get
Yeah.
but if you're getting like I don't know, like the sweet and sour chicken
With the fried rice, yeah, that's
fried rice,
That's
all the
Gotcha.
way.
Gotcha.
100%. That's the best combo.
Gotcha.
100%.
See, it's different for every single thing.
Exactly. But like
Uh-huh.
sometimes like I can order fried rice on its own. Like no other thing.
I could
with it,
too.
just
Yeah.
fried rice. Okay, say no more.
Sure.
So good.
Say no more.
And
So
then,
next
like-
week. So next week or
So next week we're all going.
We're all going. to get
Okay,
Chinese
it's
food. Yeah,
decided.
for sure.
After I get out of work, I can even drive. Like I'm okay with driving.
What? Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
word, I'll drive.
Sure. Girl, you got it.
That
You
is
got
that
it.
is my Halloween weekend plans. Is we're gonna go.
Oh wait, yeah, next week is Halloween.
Oh my
But
gosh.
Friday is not Halloween, so it's fine.
Oh, it's lit.
Yeah.
It's lit.
It's lit. Yep, that's what's gonna happen, guys.
I'm very excited.
Group review.
Yeah. Oh wait, we should do a review for the. We should make our own spot news.
Yes, that's what we will
Oh.
do. We have to go now because we have to make a spot news.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Kenny.
What is
You're
the
welcome, Kenny.
We did a solid for you, Kenny.
Overview of spot news.
All right. Let's
What do you?
That is what we're gonna do.
Oh,
let's
you're
do it.
just
Let's
confirming the
do it.
plans.
Oh,
I thought you were
yeah.
gonna say
Okay,
something.
so trip to Hamilton. Is there anything else we should do in Hamilton while we're there?
I don't think I've been there. What
There's
is
an ice cream
there?
place that we're talking about over the summer in
Oh,
Princeton.
ice cream.
In
In
Princeton.
Princeton. Oh, we're gonna do a whole little day.
Princeton?
We're
Is
gonna
that
go to
near
House,
there?
we're gonna go to
Princeton's
Princeton.
close to there? Oh, can we look at Princeton? I'm so curious.
Yes.
Yeah, might as well.
All right. So this is decided. This is
we're
officially
just making our
happening.
plans on air anyway. Okay, well, we'll make our plans.
If anyone wants to
but-
join us, we are happy to have you.
I mean, yeah, if anybody wants to, you could always also just
Drive
join our
down.
conversations, and you could call the station at 973-655-4256.
That would
But
be fun.
imagine if somebody called and was just like, I want to come. Like, anyway,
Yes.
we'll be right back on the Morning Buzz.
Welcome back to the Morning Buzz. I'm Cam Martin, co-host. Alongside me is Kaden Aristizabal, Gabby Lutz, and our event coordinator, Cassandra. I forgot to say her last name.
Defaria.
Defaria. My apologies. Our next story right here talks about probably the craziest thing I've seen all day, and this is only getting crazier. Donald Trump and Boris Johnson once spent a considerable part of a meeting discussing how strong they are. According to Business Insider, former President Donald Trump and Prime Minister of the UK, Boris Johnson, once spent, quote, considerable part of a meeting discussing how strong kangaroos really are. In addition, Johnson reportedly told a group over breakfast that Australia was the most deadly country, spiders, snakes, crocodiles, and kangaroos, then discussed how powerful kangaroos were at their length. Have you ever seen a picture of a kangaroo?
Yeah,
they look
They are stocky.
Yeah,
Like they are some stocky.
They look like
And they look like they know it.
Like
they can knock you out.
those brothers are.
They're prepared. They're prepared in any moment.
Yeah, they look like they could hurt you.
Oh no!
for sure.
Here's the thing. Now, like I said, I watch a lot of weird things on YouTube. I watched kangaroos, a compilation of kangaroos.
Now, why am I not shocked?
Fair enough. To be fair, kangaroos going wild. I seen a kangaroo just like get up, boom.
Yeah.
Now, like kangaroos,
Like nothing. It's so
oh, yeah.
easy.
Yeah, they go boom, and then they just go on their day.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing.
Kangaroos, they don't care. They don't really care for you.
And they have like their babies in their pouch.
Oh yeah, yo,
Yeah,
your
like,
claw.
just
You ever
look
see
at
kangaroo claws?
No.
They're
They have claws.
They have
Ooh.
claws. Yeah,
They're long.
they're sharp.
they got some talons going
Yeah.
on.
They're
they say.
the tallest they are. They're like 7 feet tall. I think at the most. So they're already some tall brothers. And they have their legs are powerful. They just wind back and kick. It's
And they go get their nails done at the salon, and that's why they have those claws.
no, not true. They'll start kicking somebody if their nails are broken the wrong way. But that's why they don't get their nails done.
Exactly.
So it's cool.
They have their claws and they're ready to go.
But yeah, like kangaroos are they're vicious.
Yeah.
So they are pretty.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with a kangaroo.
Nah.
But I feel like, do kangaroos get mad easily? Do you think?
Yeah.
Or do they have to really be
No,
prepared?
no.
They said, I don't
No.
like what you did today,
Yeah.
Bop.
If they feel threatened, they'll ruin your day.
And
Yeah.
people are
Actually,
quite threatening.
there was a guy who I saw a video. He had a parachute, landed right near a kangaroo. The kangaroo said, "Nah, bruh," ran up on him and just like
Ooh.
yeah, just kicked the mess out of him.
Imagining like you just jumped out of a plane, you're just vibing, landing, and then
Kangaroo just run up on
kangaroo
you?
just comes.
Kangaroo
out.
said,
Ooh.
no
I don't like how you
hesitation.
landed.
No, and
I
then,
don't
and
like
then
how you landed.
there's another clip I saw where there's just two guys just biking, minding their own business. Kangaroos are just they see that's like not on our turf. They start hopping along.
Uh-huh.
The one dude knocks the one kangaroo knocks the one dude off the bike, and then
Oh my god.
another kangaroo just came right at the camera, knocked the camera, just stopped.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was. I was like, whoa. Now they can't like do that much. They pack a lot of damage, but they won't really kill anybody. But it hurts like anybody's business. So
I can imagine.
Yeah.
But can we also talk about the fact that it was during
Yeah,
the
it was-
meeting that they were discussing these
Oh
kangaroos?
yeah, it's nice to know that that's what our world leaders are doing.
Oh, no.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Can we also discuss
funny.
that it's of all people? Are you surprised by who it is though?
Look, I'm not
Yeah,
surprised, but
I'm not
also
surprised.
I think we tend to forget that like they
Oh,
just get stuck in conversation too, right? So like it's funny that this was a conversation that occurred. I want to know how they got there.
I can't imagine.
Like how did like I'm just thinking about like what they were talking about. Ah yes, gas prices. Ah yes, kangaroos. Like how does it
what was the transition
exactly?
from?
That's
Like,
what I want to
that's-
know.
You know what that reminds me of? How deadly kangaroos can be. Oh my
Yes,
god.
exactly. And then he saw Boris Johnson was like talking about how Australia was the most deadly country with spiders, snakes, crocodiles, and kangaroos. Don't get me wrong. I fear to go to Australia.
I don't.
Like, I want to go because I'm like, oh, it seems really cool. But then part of me is like, those spiders?
They look.
You don't like spiders?
They got big spiders.
Oh no, I seen pictures of Australia.
Those are
No,
large.
I would quite literally just pass away.
Like, and I can deal
can't.
with
Don't do that
bugs.
now.
I can deal
If
with
I was in
bugs.
front of one of those spiders.
Don't do that.
My roommate found a spider in our apartment yesterday, and it was like baby spider. So I can't imagine. What
You
it's
got scared of a
like.
baby spider?
Yes.
No, if
Come
the
on
spider-
now.
I'm the bug killer in my family. Like,
Really?
Yeah, if
everybody goes to me.
I
if the
could
spider
never.
is bigger than a quarter, it's too much,
A
and I don't want to
quarter
deal
is-
with it.
I'm fine with spiders. They just can't be like thick.
Quarters are big. Don't look at me like that, Cam.
Like you know how
Like the
some
hairy
are.
ones? Yeah.
Tarantulas?
Spindly,
Tarantulas are cool.
but they're big. I don't mind. Like,
I don't-
No, I'm just
Here's
thinking
what I
about
don't
tarantula.
Oh
How
no,
do
no.
people have those as
Next
pets?
week, I'm gonna try to scare you now. Next week, I'm gonna bring in a spider.
Like
You
fake-
better
A
keep that
big
spider.
old spider.
You better
Fake
keep it to
spider,
yourself.
I
Nope.
How?
be
Where are
fun.
you getting a spider from, Cam?
Don't ask. Amazon. Amazon's a great place.
Cam, you come in with a spider, you will not be seen on the show ever again. I will make sure
whoa,
of it.
Whoa.
Yes, you will not be back in the studio.
Yeah.
I will make sure of it.
Pass your ADJ test to not come back. because
Yo,
of a spider.
I will rig your DJ test. You will not.
That is so crazy.
What do you mean that's so crazy? That we're afraid?
Mm-mm.
No,
Uh-uh.
you're
Ugh.
gonna rig my test.
Yes, I would.
Oh.
I'd figure
Actually.
out a way. I would figure out a way.
Copy.
Copy.
where would you store the spider?
I'll order it the night before, and then 1 day shipping.
Oh, my
Oh,
body.
okay.
I'm like crawling.
I know, like inside I'm
cringing.
crying.
I'm cringing
You
at the fact.
know what else crawls and cries? Spiders.
Nah, because like people keep tarantulas
Like
Yeah.
all these things like are just showing up.
yeah, and then like you don't think about how like
Whoa.
evolved the world was back then. Like you don't even think about like when I think like before the 1900s, what would existed before then? I don't
The
understand.
1800s.
No, duh. But I mean, like, what
1700s?
existence? But what was there around? Like in my head, I'm like,
Coca-Cola.
live.
Coca-Cola was there
Imagine.
for a little bit. Coca-Cola.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. But that's like what I think about is like then you see these things that have dated back, like something's dating back 4,000 years, and it's like
And,
what?
like, the fact that it survived so long.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like what happened to good quality stuff? Because
I'm lo-
apparently,
I'm looking at a picture of it right now, and it's a meter long. It's covered in a lot of rocks. There's
Mhm.
a lot, a lot of
I mean, yeah,
sediments. You would imagine so because the Crusades was what the 1400s.
yeah, exactly. I think so.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
it
know.
does look-
I have no
not the
clue.
1400s.
It looks kind of
Actually-
gross.
Not the
Like the
1400s.
shape is
shells.
cool. It looks like rocks that are just formed into a sword shape.
Yeah, it looks like something you just found on the beach and it would just so happen to create itself.
Yeah,
But I mean, what do you expect when it's so many years past?
better quality.
Better quality, really?
Hey man, listen, I'm just saying.
There are plenty of things that in this day and age that are not good quality and would not last. So the fact that the shape is even still there,
That's true. Do you think that people like that many years from now are gonna be able to find stuff that we had?
I don't
No.
know. They're gonna find random remains of things. Like they're not gonna find a
Yeah.
whole shape of a sword.
Well, yeah, we don't have that, but
I mean, we do have swords.
Look,
Oh, well.
I know we know what you mean.
Yeah, no, we know what you mean. But Kate was like, dang.
yeah, I was like, oh well, okay, it's early.
Yo, but you say we have swords, right?
Mhm.
Swords are weapons. The next story talks about a gun.
Does it?
It does.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow, you're doing really
I'm
good.
on fire with
Kate.
this shit.
Wow,
You're
Let-
really
let me
on
get
fire.
this story too.
Yeah.
Robbery suspect pleads for his gun back after a victim disarms him. Nice, actually. Police arrested a man for robbery on Tuesday after he pulled a gun on a man who disarmed him and took the weapon, which led the suspect to try to barter for it, his firearm. Robbery detectives interviewed the 23-year-old man who already previously has a felony conviction and is unable to legally possess a firearm, then booked him into King County Jail for unlawful possession of a firearm and robbery as well. Imagine imagine being like you get your gun taken away. Imagine getting disarmed like, oh man, can I get that back, please?
Yeah,
I'm
like
trying to help
like
you,
bro,
man.
you could bring me to jail,
How
but can I
are-
just have that back? Because that was a stretch to get. Like,
I'm not legally allowed to have it. It's like I'm not trying to get caught, but like you trying to like look out.
Like, how are you going to have the guts to go and rob somewhere.
mean-
But then when somebody pulls a little ooh on you, a little switch up on you,
You get mad like that.
you
Like,
get upset.
it's like, bro, can I get it back? Like, dang, I didn't mean it.
How are you gonna have the guts
Like,
to
how are
do
you gonna
that?
do the same thing to me I just did to you?
Exactly.
I didn't. I was
Yeah,
like,
switch it up.
hey, man, I was just joking here. Like,
It was
relax.
just a joke. There are blanks in this thing.
Oh,
Too
my.
soon.
Not
Too soon. Too soon.
soon.
Yikes. But yeah, just imagine this being like, yeah. Imagine you are getting robbed, and
Yeah.
you just take the gun away. And
I'd be like, ooh, pop, switch up, you know?
call an ambulance, call an
Call an
ambulance,
ambulance.
but not for me, Like,
Exactly.
bro.
Because like it's just like also like the robber being like, yo, give it back. Like, no, because when I give it back, what are you gonna do?
Now, you know what's crazy? You know what's something really crazy?
What?
We actually had an argument about this at practice.
Did you really?
Yes.
What was the argument?
So if you had a gun up to you,
Mm-hmm.
what are you gonna do? What do you disarm? One of my teammates said they're gonna disarm it, no issues, no problem. And another one, like we're looking, I'm like, yeah, no. To disarm somebody, you got to have like lightning quick reflexes. You can't flinch. You got to remain perfectly still. The minute you flinch, you get the guns going off. So first of all, this guy right here, he must have been like an ex Marine or something. I don't know.
Or the robber was just not good at what he was
Or
doing.
that as well. That as well.
Because obviously he was not good at what he was doing.
I mean, he asked for it back. I think.
Yes.
I just can't believe he did that though.
Ugh.
Like even some of the stories we talk about on the show too are just like, how do people even have the guts to do any of this?
It's like the audacity.
like what was the person who just stole the PlayStation but rang it up as like tomatoes?
Yeah, that was
crazy.
funny. That was
Mhm.
funny.
That was crazy.
No, but the fact is he got away with it before. So he's like, oh, can lightning
he only
strike?
got caught because he did it a second
Yeah,
time.
he's like, can lightning strike twice? Nah.
No,
guess
it
not.
cannot.
No.
Oh,
Well,
I mean,
same thing for this guy. He had a previous felony conviction, and he's like, "Let me do it again." Really?
where's King County? What state is this?
I hope
I
Oh.
hope it's Florida. I hope it's Florida.
I was
hope
gonna say I hope it's not Florida because it's always Florida.
Washington State.
Washington State.
Washington State.
Oh, come on, Washington.
How dare he? That's all. I
So
have
wait, you
to
need to
say.
tell me that he did all this? Oh, this is where Seattle is tough.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like that. It's the same county as Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Well, county of Seattle.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, you didn't know Washington
I
State.
know Washington.
Yeah, I don't know. And
So-
then like
This is nuts.
this man, he obviously needs to be taken away because he doesn't know how to control himself. He's like unable.
And he's
to
only
release-
23.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's only 3 years, actually, like 2.5 years older than me.
No, really. That's
Wow.
literally very close to our
Only.
age. Can you imagine asking for your gun back?
Hey man, I'm not trying to get caught anymore. So like, can I get that
He's
back?
like, man, I'm
Just
only
like, do me a
23.
favor.
Give it back.
I'm only 23.
I want to know how old the guy was who disarmed him and took it and was like, ah, ha, ha,
He was
like the
he was
Spider-Man.
probably. I'm trying to think. He was probably someone that's really, per se. He was someone that looked at it. It's like, okay, well, it's happened to me way too many times at this point. Let me just get it done.
He probably took some self-defense classes or something
Yeah.
and was like, haha, guess what I learned yesterday? I don't know. Oh my God, wait, Cam, I'm gonna do a good transition for you.
I want to. I already thought about the trend. I already thought
okay,
about it.
okay,
I was
okay,
way ahead
okay,
of it.
okay.
See, now we're talking about guns, right? So, and we know what happens. What's the craziest thing we can think of right now? What's say the craziest stuff always happens in? Caleb, what's the answer to that?
The craziest what?
To state that crazy stuff happens in.
What?
Crazy stuff that we talk about on the news all the time. What's the
Oh, like on the show.
yeah? What's the crazy
Well,
stuff?
The PlayStation one's my favorite.
I'm
No,
sorry.
but like
Crazy
what's a
state,
common
the state,
theme?
the common
Oh.
thing,
in
the state.
weird
Well,
news?
it's always Florida.
Well, guess what? A Florida man used a finger gun to steal Waffle House napkins. There. Wait.
Specifically, finger guns.
Everything about that
He-
statement.
That is the most Florida thing I've ever seen.
Florida.
Okay, so a Madison County Waffle House employee called 911 Monday night to report an attempted robbery. The suspect was unarmed and simply left after grabbing some napkins. Wait, hold on. I'll get back to it. Okay. Madison County Sheriff's Office said, quote, the suspect did not appear to have a weapon, but did raise his hands with fingers shaped of a gun. Deputies located Rodriguez at his residence and placed him under arrest without incident. After he admitted to the crime, he was then taken to Madison County Jail on charges of unarmed robbery and assault. You need to tell me that he got arrested for taking napkins?
Oh my! With a finger gun.
Are you serious?
You know how many times I've taken napkins from restaurants?
That's what I'm saying. Like he just
don't
couldn't
they
be.
come with your leftovers?
That's what I'm saying. Like first of all, this is why it's Florida. This is why it's the most crazy. This is the most Florida thing of all time.
Yeah.
This is like I don't understand why he's like, all right, well, you know what? I'm feeling kind of dangerous today. Let me just,
Let me steal some napkins.
take some napkins real quick. Wave my hands around a little bit. Call it a day.
Here's the problem I have: that this employee called 911 for this.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking about.
That's a waste of a call.
Do you know how upsetting I would be if I was a 911 dispatch, whatever, and I was like, and it was like, hi, what's your emergency? And they were like, this guy, he's trying to steal napkins from this Waffle House, and he has a finger gun. I'd be like,
He's armed.
Goodbye. I would hang up.
He's arms with what? His fingers.
Yes,
It doesn't. No, I don't.
And we've
How?
talked about just wrong calls like to 911 on the show before, and like how you should, like, you're literally wasting their time when there's actually bad things that are happening or like things that need help.
It's crazy. I think we talked about it, with Florida people as well. A lot of Florida.
No, it wasn't it an Ohio man when he had to use. No, that was a different show. Sorry, wrong show. You guys weren't on it.
How rude.
But there's been a lot of stories where people have like called the cops on like things that they don't need to call for.
No, but I just don't understand why people would call the cops, because I'm just thinking if this happened in like my place of work, I would just be like they said that after he did the finger guns, he took the napkins and left. I would just be like, okay, weird, and go on with it.
I'm imagining this scenario.
Like I wasn't threatened.
He planned that out.
No, I just read the article. Okay, so this is what happened. He was accompanied by a small dog, supposedly.
Aww.
Rodriguez began shouting, "Get on the ground! Y'all getting robbed." And then he stated that he was high and drunk before he walked out, before he got the napkins.
Oh no.
Okay, but that's a bit alarming.
Okay, it would have been alarming, but that quickly you called the cops. Like you like,
Okay.
How fast are your reflexes?
He did this at 8 p.m. on Monday nights. I'm trying to see. Oh, the police deputies were on the scene. They got the call at 8:09. Jeez, that's fast. Good Lord.
Yeah, so you're telling me that all happened that fast, and y'all didn't, but like obviously he didn't have a gun, and obviously he was obviously under the influence. I don't understand like how they didn't realize these things. I mean, I guess in a moment of panic you might not realize.
Well, I'm trying to think is because it was probably just the whole idea of getting the call saying that you're getting robbed. They probably felt fear right there. The moment, like the moment of panic, they felt the fear at that moment. It's like, yikes, it's like, okay, relax now.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
I don't.
But also, like, I don't know. Like the second they probably started calling the cops, the guy was probably like, whoa, I'm just trying to get some napkins.
Hey man,
Why didn't he just go in and get napkins? Like he could have just been like,
I
I
was
just
under the influence and he thought he was funny.
Also, what state is this?
Florida.
Exactly. So the crazy stuff happens in Florida.
It hurts my brain.
Actually, no. You want to talk about classic Florida? Classic Florida is the next guy.
Oh wow, okay.
Classic Florida is the next guy we're going to talk about here.
I'm excited.
A man with a Florida tattoo on his forehead was arrested for the misuse of 911 and marijuana possession. Did we not just talk about misuse of 911?
Misuse of 911.
Oh my!
I mean, it's another common theme.
It's a Florida thing. Kayla, you want to take this one?
Okay, so a man in Newport Richey, Florida, left little doubt behind that he was a Florida man. His forehead can even attest to it. According to police, the man was arrested early Sunday morning after he twice called 911 to find a ride home, and he also cursed at the call taker during the call. The arresting officer said he offered to call Leatham a taxi, but Leatham said he didn't have money and began walking home. He tried to call the cops for like a free Uber.
Oh my god! I was gonna say that.
I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, guys. Wow. Okay. First of all, let's address the tattoo on the forehead.
Yes.
How proud are you of Florida that you need a tattoo of it on your forehead?
Okay, well, that's first of all, if you're from Florida, you already know that you're a wacky man, a wacky individual. So like,
Oh,
It's in your
okay.
blood.
I just looked at the picture. It's a tattoo of the state.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
literally
Like
the
I
state
thought
like
it meant
outline.
the words Florida.
No, it's like
I think that's even worse.
Like right in between his eyebrows is like the
And,
big
like, it
little
just
actually-
peninsula of
it-
Florida.
The peninsula. I think that's even worse.
it's just
Yeah.
It's so ugly.
is he wait, so he's from Florida, correct?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I hope
okay. I was
so.
gonna say that would just be
Imagine.
very
Like
odd.
someone
if
from Colorado getting a Florida tattoo.
I would not be shocked. Colorado man gets Florida tattooed on his head. It would just that would be a good
You know what
story.
I don't like about it? I don't like that, in the center it's okay, but then it like veers off to the left side of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like
Asymmetrical.
yeah, like at least if it was like maybe even the state of New Jersey, it'd be a little bit better. But this
Mhm.
just has a weird little edge to it. 'Cause it's Florida.
Exactly. I mean,
I don't
although
know,
it's
man.
funny that like there was weed possession involved, right? Is that what it says?
Yeah, I think he was under
Yeah.
the influence.
He was under the influence, and you called a policeman to come and pick you up.
What do you even say? Like, hi, come pick
Hi,
me up.
hi, I am under the influence that I should not be. Here we are. Take me home.
He called twice.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Oh my
Called
gosh.
him twice.
I can't believe he cursed out the call taker.
I listen. There are a lot of things that I see wrong with people sometimes.
Like in general.
In general.
Do you have a list?
So this is just one thing added to the list.
Yeah, of course.
It's fine.
What state do you think would look best though? The shape of the state.
I don't know.
Rhode Island.
People get
you-
Texas tattoos.
You can't mess up Rhode Island.
Oh, Texas is so big.
Texas is so big. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Rhode Island.
Well, I'm trying to
I
think.
super
What?
know.
Where would you put a tattoo though? What part of the body?
Not on my forehead.
Not on my forehead.
Well,
yeah.
I'm saying, what tattoo would look fire on the forehead?
On the forehead.
Wait, on the
Forehead?
forehead
On the-
specifically?
On the forehead specifically,
right in the center of the like
right in the eyebrows.
a heart.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cute.
That's not a state.
See, no, I was
Oh, it's
thinking
New Jersey. New Jersey would look
that's what I
fabulous.
was saying before. New Jersey
Like,
because it's more
it's pretty
symmetrical.
even.
I think
yeah.
New Jersey's kind of a cute looking state.
California as
It
well
is
too.
cute. California would be like the whole forehead.
Hey man, listen.
Literally. No, like now that I'm thinking about it, just Texas on your forehead would just be perfect. That is.
So you say I have a big forehead? Just say it. Just say
I
it.
didn't say on your forehead, Cameron.
You said your forehead, so like
I just said on your forehead, like not
See,
like
see,
just
see,
as in the
just a
people.
general forehead, Cam.
The listeners.
But since you asked,
Wow, that's tough. That's tough. Not wrong, but that's tough. That's tough. That's elite.
There's
Oh,
a lot of
that's so
square
funny.
states, I think, too. So maybe one of those.
Like a random, just symmetrical square state
Yes.
onto
Yeah.
his. Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
But
Look,
he really has this forever.
Mhm.
Listen,
there are so
his
many.
that's his home state.
Look, there are some people who can pull off face tattoos, and it's very rare, but it does happen.
Post Malone, for example.
Post Malone. There's also this guy on TikTok that I'm like in love with.
Oh, they marry him then.
And
Simp.
he's just got tattoos all over his face, and I've never been in love with somebody with tattoos all over their face like that. But he is the exception.
Simp.
It
Yep.
does work for some
But
people.
Yeah.
but if he had like a Florida on his forehead, I don't think I would be in love
And
with him
like it's
anymore.
just Florida, like no other thing surrounding it. It's,
no,
like, not
and it's like
collage,
it's
blank
like a
in
blacked
Florida.
out shape
Mhm.
of Florida. So many questions.
You're bugging.
And like he has
Uh,
so much room left on his forehead too.
He does. He really
Like
does.
I'm not trying to, but like
Guys, I wish y'all could see this right now. I suggest looking this up
mhm.
What?
if you want to,
The Florida
because
tattoo?
like this picture of this guy is just amazing. It's immaculate.
The lines of like the state border though look pretty like sharp.
Exactly.
Yo, you know what else is sharp? The haircut I got recently.
Ooh.
But that's beside the point.
Okay.
You know what else is sharp?
Wow.
You know what else
Nice
is sharp?
flex.
What else is sharp?
Harry Styles in a suit.
Ooh. You know what's crazy?
What?
Harry Styles is gonna be in the MCU.
I know.
I
I'm
heard
so
about that.
I honestly am so happy for him. I'm so excited.
Listen, I'm gonna say this now.
I can't believe it.
I was One Direction is lit. I will say that One Direction is lit.
See, I
Thank
saw
goodness
Harry
gracious.
in concert like 2 weeks ago, and he's such a sweet man.
And I'm jealous.
like,
of
if
you.
you're just hearing him talk, I'm like, wow, he's so nice. He's just so wholesome.
I wanna
yeah.
see
Such a
him
good
talk.
But here's the
person.
thing. I'm kind of mad about the fact that.
Of course, you're mad.
No. That's not. Relax. That it got the world wants to tell everything about every little
Dude,
thing.
because this is a big addition.
Bro, first of all, you're not wrong, but like
Well, let's see. This article's from GQ, and it says Harry Styles is apparently joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Thanos' brother.
Eros.
Yeah, Eros, aka
Oh.
Star Fox. Eros is another eternal, an ancient, undying race of humans tasked with protecting Earth from creatures known as the Deviants, and a brother to MCU baddie Thanos.
Look,
bro,
I know some people are mad about Harry Styles joining because they're like, he's a singer, but I think people tend to forget that
he's an actor. He got an actor.
He's literally in Dunkirk. Like
that was his acting debut, though, right?
Yeah.
So this is his second thing.
Yeah.
He literally has no time to act because, well, first of all, look what he's doing. He's on tour.
Yeah.
He's on tour.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
I feel
obviously
like
he had time.
Yeah.
It's not fair when people think that, like, oh, they're singers, they can't act. Because to be honest, if you're in the arts in general, you've probably
You're pretty talented. You're pretty talented.
You've tapped into everything a little bit.
Yeah,
Even if
exactly.
you like focused on singing, like you've probably acted at least a little bit. You
And,
took some classes or something.
Had to. And
Like it all kind of.
it's really a lot of things. A lot of things in life is this. It's really a lot about confidence.
Yeah.
And if you can do one thing for the world, you're pretty
yeah.
confident in yourself.
Confidence and the world's kind of overlap. Like,
And besides, the whole world knows you. Basically, the world loves you.
yeah.
So like,
And that was a smart move on like Marvel
Yeah.
because
why say that?
Because Harry Styles fan base is
They're-
ginormous.
Oh yeah. A
And
producer wise,
if you don't think that there's going to be a whole bunch of Harry Styles fans at theaters for the MCU movies from now on, you're wrong. Because
I want to wear. There's gonna be a whole lot of fans.
and it's so smart of them because a lot of his fans are not fans of superheroes and stuff. Like some might be, don't get me wrong, like I am,
But like for the majority, it's really not
there's
that.
a good portion that probably are not. So the fact that Marvel is now getting that new fan base in, mad viewers, mad money for them. Very smart of them.
Oh, also on top of that, to really make sense of what's going on in the MCU, you got to watch the movies. So like
exactly
over time, you gotta rewatch.
Mhm.
And you'll be like, oh my god, this movie's lit. This movie's also lit. The next thing you know, you're watching you're
serious.
next thing you know, you're watching all the TV series, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, nice. The next Avengers coming out. Avengers 4, Avengers 5, really.
Yeah.
Avengers 5's out. Nice. Now let's watch Avengers 5.
It was an incredible idea for them in my
It's a very
head.
smart producer's decision because you are bringing in a whole new audience if they're not overlapping already. So
Exactly.
Sarah Haley Finn is the GOAT. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
She's the casting director for all MCU movies.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So
I didn't know that.
She's the goat. Yeah.
She knows.
I just am imagining Harry Styles' accent in the movie. Like it's just gonna be like
I can't imagine.
Oh, I can.
I can
His
I
regular
can see it.
accent.
And I could see him in the fit too.
See, the difference
He would
is
look
that, like,
so good.
The difference is like he doesn't need to have an American accent.
Yeah.
Because
A lot of Marvel is like literally
yeah, and like
Tom Holland, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Although Tom Holland uses an American accent because he plays Peter Parker.
He's from New Yorker.
Yeah,
So.
but in this, like Eros, like he's not from.
He's not from Earth.
He's not from
Earth.
Earth. Exactly.
He's
So
from Titan.
Exactly. So in reality, he can have whatever accent he wants, and he doesn't have to change his accent, which I don't think he needs to because he's perfect the way he is.
Oh.
It's also a post-credit scene.
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh,
yes.
At least now I know. Well, then again, it's a Marvel movie. You have to take
Yeah.
post-credit scenes respectfully, though.
Yes, of course.
But like, I wanted to be surprised at the same time.
Look, I know, man, but everything in the MCU always gets spoiled.
I know.
Oh no,
Always.
that's very true. But listen,
Tony Stark.
I did not. I avoided social media.
Spider-Man trailer.
The Spider-Man trailer.
Well, to be fair, that's
everything
Tom Holland.
gets
That's Tom Holland's
spoiled.
fault.
It's always spoiled for me because I never see it right away. Like I always, I just don't.
See, that's
and
why
it gets spoiled for me.
that's why I always like just stay away from Twitter. So
Still affects me.
Yeah.
Also, I just stay away
I
from it.
see it and I get excited either way.
I know.
Fair enough.
I just wonder if he's gonna make it into like the main MCU universe because like it is part of MCU, but this is the show Eternals.
No, it's a movie.
Like,
it's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It's a movie, but like I wonder if you'd ever see him in like an Avengers film, even if it's just a small part.
Has Eternals like come out in our theaters yet or
Nope.
no?
It drops November 5th. So I'm gonna be there, opening night.
I love the MCU. Like I really do.
I
And like I didn't
love it more.
expect to.
I love it more.
Oh no, you definitely do. I'll give you that.
Wait, so this is something that is already coming out soon, but like just hasn't been talked about, and now all of a sudden they're
Well,
like,
Oh, no,
Harry
well,
Styles
just
is in it.
premiered.
Yeah,
Like, we just
yeah,
premiered.
but like he already filmed it,
Yeah.
and we're just finding out about it now.
They do everything in secret.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I know
MCU
that's
is
what I'm
very
saying.
secretive.
Like they
That's
haven't
that's how
announced
no,
it at all.
that's what they do. That's how Marvel rocks.
That's how they do it.
That's
yeah.
how Marvel rocks.
That's like we all love Tom Holland, but in the MCU, he's so bad at keeping secrets
Yeah,
that
that's
they
what he's
literally
known
have to
for.
put him with certain people in interviews because they don't want him to spill secrets. And
Oh,
they
no.
need the certain person to be there with
He's
him.
infamous for it.
So
yeah.
spoiler alert: Tony Stark dies at the end of Endgame. Oops, my
Ooh.
bad. It's been
If you
2
didn't
years.
know,
It's
you're
been 2
really
years.
late.
Whoops, my bad, man. But Tony Stark dies. You know what they told Tom Holland for the shooting?
Oh my
that
gosh.
day?
Yeah.
It's a wedding.
So what they did tell
It's a
him that.
wedding.
They can't tell him anything because he spoils things.
Exactly.
Aw.
So he literally so they're very good with keeping secrets, and they know that they have to, like, especially with those certain people. Tom Holland, even though we love him, you have to keep those secrets, and they're very good at doing that. So they make sure that he doesn't know things.
Yeah. By the way, Harry Styles is gonna have a major role in the MCU.
How much you want to bet that Tom Holland didn't even know that Harry Styles was in it, and
Oh
then
my
all of a sudden
gosh.
he's like looking at the screen, he's like, "Is that?"
Yeah,
Harry
right.
Styles?
When he watches it, like, wait, nobody told me about this.
When did I miss this?
Oh, that's so funny.
So, I mean, realistically, they're very good at keeping secrets, and the premiere happened, and that's why it's out now. Like that, he's like, we all know now that
It was all really the
Yeah.
LA
But
premiere.
it premiered somewhere else, right?
It
Like,
premiered in
we-
LA. Right,
Yeah.
red carpet
Oh,
premiere.
okay.
Yeah, you
so
know, the red carpet
premieres.
premiere happens, and then it waits like
But
a month.
Harry hasn't even said anything about this too, which is also kind
Imagine
of
like
funny.
he's
Yo.
not in it. Everybody's
living
like,
his
this is an
life on
elaborate
tour.
joke that
Yeah.
like everybody put together.
Well, it's definitely Harry
We'll
Styles.
find
No.
out in November.
Harry Styles
Yeah.
probably
November
didn't
5th.
talk about it because he's on tour,
Mhm.
and that's his whole life
He's
right now.
living his best life on tour.
Yes,
By the
he
way, yeah,
is.
he's probably the perfect choice for Star Fox because just look at Star Fox for a second. Just,
Star
like,
Fox.
it's just perfect for Harry Styles to be that guy.
Let's look him up. Let's look it up.
Well, I don't know what. He
Okay.
looks like.
Explain-
Explain to us,
so-
Gabby. Explain to the listeners what you're seeing.
Star Fox. I'm looking at the correct thing, right?
No,
No.
yeah. So Star Fox, he has brown hair, nice blue eyes, nice smile. It's AKA Harry
Oh
Styles.
wait, so this is who Harry
Yep,
Styles is.
that
Okay,
guy.
so basically he is this beautiful character,
There's already edits of Harry
Gorgeous.
Styles as him. Oh my gosh.
and
Perfect.
so he's gorgeous. He's got this like, is it white or silver with red suit,
I
So
think both.
Yeah.
With
slick to
reflective.
the body.
Whoa.
He's got the perfect hair
Ooh.
that Harry Styles has. He's got a perfect jawline that Harry Styles has. He actually kind of looks like Harry Styles, so
Exactly.
it makes a
Yeah,
lot
Wow,
of
this
sense.
is interesting
Casting
casting.
choice.
That's amazing.
And I think
that's
he has
really
red hair,
good.
So
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I know that I cannot wait to see this because I want to see Harry Styles in the MCU.
So do I.
So
I just want to see the movie.
I'm excited. Well, yeah, that too. But Harry Styles
movie-
helps.
looks
Oh
really
yeah,
good.
that's like exciting.
But it has been a very interesting show with everybody today. I've been your host, Caitlin Aristizabal, joined by my co-host Cam Martin and our newscaster Gabby Lutz and our segment host Cassandra Biafaria. So yes, it's been a great day. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend and tune into the Morning Buzz on Monday at 8 a.m. if you're interested. Yay!